Say smoking.
Say smoking.
Smoking. I can't do it. Thanks, dude. So we watched The Mask, and it's a nostalgic movie for me. I picked it because I haven't seen it in a long time, and I wanted to rewatch it and see what my friends thought.
Yeah.
So, friends, what'd you think?
I'm a friend of yours. I thought. So I've seen this movie before, and it was a long time. I would have to say I am not too much of a Jim Carrey fan.
Oh.
But that's just me. I'm going to go past that and rate the movie as just a random person watching it. And I thought there was some decent parts, but we'll get into that. What about you?
It's very big of you to be unbiased on a review show.
Well, I would have to say that I'm not too much of a Jim Carrey fan. I do enjoy like his more serious performances, like
Sure.
like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, and then Truman Show. Like I like him in those because he's subdued enough. Like there are some parts of Truman Show that kind of feel weirdly him, but yeah, when he's going crazy like he usually does in these types of movies, like I'm not too big on it. And I get the appeal, but yeah.
I'm a huge Jim Carrey fan. I love Jim Carrey. I mean, I understand why people don't like him, but I do. So,
and it's not like it's a lot of people who don't like him. Like he's pretty popular, obviously. Why he's done so many movies like this, but yeah, like it gets a little old for me after a while.
Sure.
Like there's times when it really works, and then there's times it really doesn't work for me.
I can understand how Jim Carrey is not a favorite of some people. I get that he can, like, his physical comedy can be a little one-dimensional. Like, when you've seen it, you've seen it.
Yeah.
And he does it in most of his movies.
Yeah, there was even like things that he did in this that he does in like The Grinch, which is like two completely different type of characters, and then
Sure.
So,
but it's still him. Like it's still his.
Yeah, but that's what I mean.
thing.
It's like could do things a little.
You could say that it's similar to like an actor who has similar like ways that they deliver a line.
Yeah. Except I feel like it's so distinct with him that when you see that done, it's like it sticks in your memory more. Sure. And so when you see it in something else, it kind of feels off because you're like, wait, they did that in a different movie. They did that exact same like it's the Grinch laugh where he goes like yeah, like he does that in this.
Oh, that's a good one.
And I'm like, wait. So I don't know. It's just a little, like I'll say that he's good at what he's doing.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna like discredit how he's doing things or anything. It's just not something that I really get into very much.
Sure.
Like the majority of it, at least.
Cool.
There's some good stuff that he does in this that I like. Oh, it's like a live action cartoon, cute.
Yeah.
And like he did it on his own. There wasn't like they did obviously do CGI stuff.
Yeah.
But there are times when it's just wearing the mask where he like does something with his face that's like very cartoony and how he says something, and it's like, oh, that's impressive.
Well, and all the like the dance sequences and like the some of the more like acrobatic stuff is all still him too. You know, him like actually doing all that stuff. It's pretty impressive. Although I think when they're swing dancing, there are some cuts that like cover him and her like while they're doing some crazier moves.
Yeah, which is understandable. I don't give anyone, any actor, crap for switching in like a professional dancer or anything.
Sure.
But
yeah, I didn't think about it until I saw the opening credits. It said Dark Horse Entertainment, and this is based off of a comic book. Apparently, I didn't know.
Yeah, I was surprised. You didn't know that.
I didn't know, because when I was a kid, I was like, oh, The Mask. It's just like a movie, you know, and it really like hit me on the head when he's like, I could be a superhero, you know, and then listing on like protecting people, but then he's like, but first, and then he like goes and shoves the mufflers into the repairman,
into their bottoms.
Yeah, into their tailpipes.
Oh,
hey, oh. Do you guys have a moment that stuck out for you? Is there like a?
I was gonna say, favorite part was the dog.
Yeah.
I think he was one of the better actors in the whole thing.
Yeah.
For some reason, he worked.
There's like the part where he's like stealing the keys from the cop, and like the cop like starts to wake up and he like pauses.
Hesitates.
I was like, what? How did the dog just know to do that?
Yeah.
Shout out to Max the dog. Probably not.
Good
Yeah, he's
boy.
probably not still living. Yeah.
He's probably at the farm.
He's probably been dead for 30 years now.
Yeah. Oh. He was a good dog.
He was. Yeah, I like
loyal
that.
to the end, really.
Yeah.
Staying in that alleyway when Stanley's in the jail, wouldn't leave his side.
That's a kind of a bad jail design. Cause like
It's a very cartoony jail. Yeah.
Because you could like even humans could throw some stuff up there.
Sure.
But the dog was a good dog. I liked that he was cute and he was playful, and like when he was in the apartment, Stanley had the closet with all the money in it.
Yeah.
And he was like trying to open it while the cop was there, and that was pretty funny.
Being mischievous, being just a little scamp.
He was a good dog.
One of my favorite parts I liked when I was a kid, and is still a really good part to me, is when he's running from the cops at Landfill Park. He like barricades the door, turns around, and all the cops are like pointing their guns at him. And then he breaks into this song, like this sort of like salsa, like Cuban dance, and I really liked that when I was a kid for some reason. The song was really catchy, and like I just liked that he was making the cops dance. I was like, that's funny when I was a kid, and I enjoyed it when we watched it.
You said the same exact thing when we were watching it. You're like,
That's funny. Yeah.
I have like the same reaction to this movie as I do to like Deadpool, where it's like, and I get the kind of comparison, kind of like between Mask and Deadpool. They're kind of fourth wall breaky, like silly characters. Sure. And I kind of have the same feelings toward this that I do Deadpool, where it's like, I respect everything they did to bring this character to life, but it's not really for me, sort of thing. So that's kind of just how I feel about the movie.
Okay.
There we have it. Did any of you guys feel like the mob leader guy or whatever kind of make you think of like a Scary or Cillian Murphy?
Oh, Donovan?
Yeah, the one who becomes the Mask.
The Mask.
I don't know about that. When he became the Mask guy, he was like totally different looking. Like Jim Carrey kind of looks the same when he gets similar.
Well, I'm sure they wanted to make him look more evil.
He looked like a Goosebumps villain.
Yeah. Well, I think they wanted to like accentuate his like his inner like demon or whatever. Like he's bad, so his face looks bad.
Yeah.
Now that you mention it, he does look a lot like Cillian Murphy. I didn't think about it until now.
Just a little longer features of his face.
Yeah.
But this was like an early role for like Cameron Diaz.
Yeah.
And she was just basically a sex object the whole movie.
Even though she was like, Stanley, you're the only guy that's ever treated me like a person.
I was like, when?
It's like, well, for most of the movie, he was just kind of ogling at you. But
and it's like the one female character that comes in with like some sort of depth. She has like 2 scenes, and then they like write her out the rest of the movie.
Well, I think it's like she ends up just being like a dirtbag, like everyone else.
Yeah, but like I would have been okay with more scenes with her because she was like technically the more interesting one. But...
I'm pretty sure she's Lady Marion in Men in Tights.
Okay.
Just pointing out. I know we all have seen that.
Yeah.
I think all of us like it. I'm just saying.
I just thought you were gonna say something about The Mask, and then you said like she's in something else.
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting that she sold him out for $50,000, and
well, it was 1994.
Was it? It must have been a lot of money back then.
I mean,
she said
that'd be a lot of money to me right now.
I mean, yeah, but she was saying to save for a apartment or her condo. So I'm guessing that's to pay it off, but that's not very much to.
Well, nowadays.
Nowadays. That's what I noticed.
That's like a month's rent.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember Elementary when it came out, or around that time. Everyone was like smoking. That's the kid.
Everyone was like
smoking.
They were smoking. They were saying smoking a lot. That was the thing I remember.
I guess we'll get into ratings.
Okay.
What are you guys thinking, Levi?
Yeah. So like I said before, I'm not too much of a Jim Carrey bro. He did okay. I think he fit the role pretty good. I know why they picked him instead of someone else. He fit the role. I would say that I'm going to give it a side thumb because it just was not there for me. I don't know.
It wasn't there.
I like the puppy boy. I like Puppy, and that's about it.
Yeah, I'm going to go side thumb as well. I think it's all right. Like I get it. I get why people like it. I just don't personally like it that much. There are things I like about it. But yeah, overall.
Yeah, okay. I'll probably give it a side thumb too. I was expecting to like it a little more. When I was younger, I liked it a lot, but seeing it now and watching it with, I don't know, a different perspective, it's like seeing it now and watching it in a different perspective, I see there are certain parts that are a bit flat and don't have a whole lot of like substance, or even they don't make a whole lot of sense. Anyway, that's it.
All right.
Despite of everything you've done for them, eventually they will hate you.
No.
Avenge me!
No! That's good.
It's The Mask. Thank you for coming.
It's just The Mask.
Thank you for coming. It's just a mask. Don't worry. It wasn't his real face. We took off the mask, and he's not a man. He is a man. He's not a mask anymore.
Who is the mask and who is the man?